Hey, it's Taco Tuesday on Prize Picks. Let's get it. Let's go. What's up, sports bettors? Bob and Mike are here with your quick fix for sports betting. Brought to you by OddsJam, the premier odds comparison company. Don't forget about shop.oddsjam.com where you can get the merchandise. Yes, the OddsJam merchandise, t-shirts, hoodies, hats, all that stuff is available. Get 20% off any new OddsJam subscription with the following codes: Bob20 or Mike20. Discord link is below. Lots of great fun there. Great stuff happening in Discord. We need subscribers. Let's go. Share this with your friends and stuff, man. Come on, let's go. Let's make it happen. All right? Shop.oddsjam.com, folks. All right. Mike, it's time for March Madness to start with the play-in games tonight. And ought to be interesting. I don't think Texas Corpus Christi is going to lose to Southeast Missouri, but I've been wrong before. And we know that I've got the bet going out with Randall with the Missouri-Utah State game. Do want to point out.
Wearing my Missouri hoodie, by the way, and just pure coincidence, just pointing that out. I am not on Missouri in this game, so I just pulled it out of the closet and decided to throw it on. There is no rhyme or reason to it, so don't think I'm backing Missouri because I just can't. Number one, it is a team that I watch and follow and root for, and I'd be a fool to bet with my heart like the guy next to me. So I'm staying away. I do think okay. I do think the over has potential in this game for sure.
The over is hitting in this game. Both teams are going to score, and neither team is good defensively. And Missouri is a better team with offensive efficiency, and they're going to score 80 points, and they're going to win the game. So I don't know what to tell you guys.
All right.
So I don't know what to tell you. By the way, if Missouri does win, when Randall comes on Friday, I want to be wearing that hoodie. So you'll lend it to me, right?
Heck no.
I might fill it out too much.
You might do more than that, man. Come back smelling all funny, man. No, I'm good.
Wow, really? Come on, man.
What?
Come on
What's
now.
so bad about that, man?
We did not hit a line.
I didn't get out of pocket or nothing, man. I'm just calling it like it is.
We didn't hit our prize picks last night.
We didn't.
But
no.
Tony is constantly giving out bets, and you know what? Everything he gave out last night, Mike, hit.
It did. It was a magnificent night. The one play I did give out came through for us. I did say Golden State last night. Our NHL parlay, Montreal did not come through for us last night, but the other leg hit. So
I want to point out something to you. Mike's a big Chargers fan, folks, and the Chargers got a new linebacker, Eric Kendricks, but they're about to lose their star running back. So I'm not sure that's an even trade-off, is it, Mike?
Well, I mean, I don't like it. I don't like it. I look, it's hard for me to get in football mode right now anyway. It does suck, but, you know, it is what it is. We've let another great one go, LaDainian Tomlinson, so.
Let's talk about this tournament coming up here, Mike, March Madness. Since 1990, 23 number one seeds have been the champion. Okay? 4 number 2s, 3 number 3s, 1 number 4, no 5s, no 6s, 1 number 7, and no number 8s. Since 1990, 94% were a 1 through a 3 seed. I think that is relevant information for all of you people out there in brackets and what have you, besides, just betting on the individual games.
Yeah,
And by the way,
forget brackets.
I had a guy on the show this morning, Mike, who's already made, Stephen Lancaster has already made like 18 March Madness bets.
Sure. Yeah. Get on it now. Forget a bracket. Get on the bets now and start rolling, man. There's been a lot of player props on the positive EV page. You got to move quick on those. I've not been able to get anything on Bet Rivers or Barstool. I found tremendous value on college basketball player props, but the lines are moving quick. But I have locked in a couple. So I think it definitely needs to be time to go to the positive EV page and see.
I want to see what you locked in though, because I want to tell you.
Well, its value's probably gone now, so wouldn't recommend that. But let's see here. Let's just see what is out here real quick. Obviously, I don't have just college basketball right now. So let's do this. Let's go to my filters. Let's do just college basketball. And let's see what is out here. So I did lock in this one. It does look like there is still value on it at plus 100 on DraftKings. Looks like FanDuel and Pinnacle have this heavily juiced. So definitely one worth looking at there, player prop wise. And that's what I'm kind of looking at right now, trying to see if any player props come out.
There's a couple you passed up.
No, I didn't. Prize picks and
okay.
Yeah, man. I know what I'm doing here. You worry about yourself.
I'm gonna go ahead and lock in Dessou.
Yeah, I mean plus 100, pretty good value for that. That's the only player prop showing up right now, though, unfortunately. But yeah, we can get into some just regular plays here. I mean, let's start at the top. I mean, Southeast Missouri State. Worry here is there was really just value on A&M Corpus earlier, so I'm going to stay away from that one. You'll notice that's happening a lot. Missouri on the point spread. Here you go, Bob. Minus 1.5, plus 128 on Bet Rivers or Barstool. That, I mean, for this play, it is good value. I guess if you think they're going to win, chances are they probably do win by 2. So why not take that? I mean, it is good value, but I'm staying off of that. This Arizona minus 12.5 at minus 127 isn't bad. I mean, Caesars has got that at minus 157. Pinnacle's at minus 143. I'll ride that one. Not sure what that line is actually at right now, but definitely good value for that play. Let's refresh here and see if any player props show up. Ty Berry over 7.5 player points. Boise State Northwestern game plus 104 on FanDuel. Only comparing it to DraftKings here, but clearly we've got two books that are very, very different in price. So, I mean, in a situation like this, I would take the plus 104 over the minus 130 any day. So that's one that we can go lock in on FanDuel right now. Like it. Let's see if there is. No, there's not a whole lot. Not a whole lot else.
There were an awful lot of player shots on goal today, man. A ton.
I'm hitting up the NBA now. I've got a lot of bets out already, as you can see, these green check marks. So most of these I've already hit. Denver under 58.5 first half. Team total is at plus 100. Pinnacle favoring that and BetMGM pretty heavily. Not bad value there. I'll jump on that one. Yeah, I'll jump on that one for sure. Karis LeVert over 15.5 looks really good at minus 105 on BetMGM. I mean, you can see here that every book's very much favoring this, heavily juicing it at the minus 120, minus 125 range. That one's real good on BetMGM. So that one is definitely worth jumping on for sure. And that's good for me for right now. We could throw a prize picks together if you want.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Let me get myself set up here. And then we're going to go back to talking a little tournament because it's here, man. It's here.
Mm-hmm.
We've been waiting for this all year. So, yeah, I'm ready anytime you are, Mike.
Nick Richards over 9.5 rebounds looks good for our first pick. Average odds minus 135 on it. I mean, you can see what a lot of books price this at. Heavily juicing it. So that one looks very good.
Oops.
Dennis Smith under 18.5 PRA looks pretty good. That one's, minus 140, minus 151 on a couple of books.
Did you say under?
Bad. Yes, under.
Okay, got it.
This Van Vliet play, I've actually got a bet on this from earlier. I found value, but taking it for our 5 pick is pretty decent. Although if you were going to single bet this, you could take it at minus 115 on BetMGM. So that's an option for you. But I think it's worth adding to the 5 pick.
Okay. Under 8.5 player assist. Got it.
And then Darius Garland over 24.5 points looks pretty darn good. Average odds about minus 136. You see what most books price this at. So getting that minus 119 for a 5 or 6 pick is really good. So I like that one as well. You're talking to yourself, Bob.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to read here and catch up. All right.
Man, we've got this Batherson, Drake Batherson over 0.5 player points. It does look good. I mean, I think we should add it. About a 55% win probability. We'll hit it.
All right, that'll be 5.
That's 5 right there. His over 2.5 player shots on goal is possibility, but I think we'll go with have a point.
Okay. I'm not a big fan of that, but okay. Do you know that I don't ever play those points and goals and assists in the NHL? I do player shots on goal only.
Okay.
That's just how I roll.
You're going to be glad you took that one.
I hope.
You better hope.
I'm hoping big time here. All right, can I show it?
Yep. Go ahead.
Well, let's get sneak peek leaks here. When is Fliff being added to OddsJam? We'll ask about that. Sneak peek leaks. Let's have a night, Tony. Uh-oh. Go Rangers. I like them parlayed with Hurricanes or Vegas.
Agree.
And Tony has got Nationals money line plus 150 hit this morning. Man, he is on the spring training like friggin' crazy.
Yeah, he's been on absolute fire. So when you guys, when all this basketball and everything kind of fades away, and then in the NHL, we're going to get to that time of year where there's only baseball. And I'm here to tell you, we will be making money betting on baseball in the spring, in the summer. Tony will be on regularly, as you know, and we're baseball fans. Tony's been giving out bangers in spring training nonstop. So why would it stop when the regular season hits?
All right, let's do this prize picks. Nick Richards over 9.5 rebounds. Dennis Smith Jr. under 18.5 PRA. Fred VanVleet under 8.5 assists. Darius Garland over 24.5 points. And Drake Batherson over 0.5 points. One that I just am not really thrilled with, but I went with it anyway because you said to. All right. We got a pretty good crowd here. Let's get back into the NCAA tournament.
Well, we got to get to the parlay first.
Oh, my goodness. I forgot about your parlay. After last night, I figured you were done.
Yeah. Well, you know what? That's why I don't like freaking parlays, man. I really don't. But I do think we got a good one tonight. Stevens mentioned the Rangers. I do like the Rangers tonight at home. They're playing their third game in 4 nights, which is a little worrisome, but Shesterkin is in net tonight. Should be good enough to offset some of that fatigue. The Rangers are very good at home, 17-11-4. They've won 2 out of their last 3 games overall, and they'll be looking to get some revenge against Washington, who they've actually lost twice to this season. So I'm backing the Rangers at home tonight. And then the last one I went with, these pesky Islanders, but I've got to go with the Kings, man. I really like this Los Angeles team. They won 5 out of their last 6 overall. They've gotten a point in all 6 of those games. Only loss was a shootout loss to Nashville during the stretch that they've been on, winning 5 of those last 6. They're averaging almost 4.5 goals a game. So they're lighting it up offensively. They've been solid in net with Copeland in net. I mean, he's been good, man. And I think he's in net tonight, if I'm not mistaken. No, he's actually not in net. But that backup's 2-0, so he's been pretty solid for them as well. And Los Angeles at 5-on-5 is a much better team than the Islanders, and that's going to be a huge factor here tonight. Los Angeles is a very good team, 5-on-5. So I'm going to take them on the money line at home.
Okay. All right. Gotcha. Izzy's here. She says hi. And I just got to tell you here real quick, Mike, I'm on the exact same 2 plays.
Nice.
Those are 2 of my picks.
Canada -1.5 plus 115 as well. Whew.
Man, you're on fire.
Dang. Yeah, you guys better be tuning in for morning coffee if Tony's dropping bangers in the chat like that.
He's been dropping them. Yeah, we add him to the morning coffee picks, and it's great. Great job, Tony. All right.
That's a way to start off your morning.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I mean, it gives you something to look for. You know that, hey, early in the morning, you got money just waiting for you, All
right. So I know you're not touching this game tonight. Southeast Missouri and Texas A&M Corpus Christi. You can actually get Texas A&M Corpus Christi -3 for -106. Pinnacle line's actually +100 on that. I got to be honest with you, Mike. I don't think Southeast Missouri State can hang with them. I think Texas Corpus Christi wins this game pretty easily. Any thoughts?
I mean, I found some value on them earlier, and I definitely would roll with that. But as I don't have any feel on this game whatsoever. This is not one that I'm even. I'll watch it. I shouldn't say that. I'm going to definitely watch it, which is a shame because I'd like to have a bet in this game if I'm going to watch it. But as I said, I found value on Campus Corpus, if you will.
Hey, okay. Well, what about this next? You know what? You really think it's Pittsburgh and Mississippi State? And of course, I know what you said last night. Mississippi State is not a good free throw shooting team. They're actually terrible.
They can't shoot at all.
You can
What's their 3-point shooting percentage too? It's pretty bad, I think, as well, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, based upon what I saw out of Mississippi State, the handful, 3-4 times I've watched them this year, I mean, they're awful at shooting the basketball, man. I mean, they're bad. And they're terrible at free throws. They're terrible. I don't know, man. I don't really. I haven't paid enough attention to Pitt, unfortunately, to say that I'm going to back them. But honestly, that looks. Mississippi State did not strike me as a great offensive team.
Okay.
So I would lean towards Pitt myself, but we'll see.
It's a 2-point spread, so not anything major there. -110, normal juice and what have you.
Yeah, I can't back them unless somebody has something out there on Mississippi State that I completely missed. I mean, they suck at shooting, and they do not shoot the basketball well. And as last I knew, you really need to shoot that round ball into that round hoop pretty well to score points. So I don't know, man. Mississippi State is not a team I'm too heavy on.
Okay. All right. I got you. I feel you.
There was one game, I think, I can't remember who they were playing. It was an SEC game, may have been Alabama when they played. That was horrendous. I mean, I've never seen a team shoot so poorly. I think that one time they missed like 5-6 free throws in a row, man. It was awful.
The Thursday games. You got Maryland, West Virginia. That's a big game. That's an early game. 11:15 a.m. Central Time, 12:15 Eastern Time. And you also have Virginia and Furman playing at 11:40 a.m. Central Time. You think both Virginia teams move on, Mike?
Yeah, I mean, Randall's real high on West Virginia, so that's definitely one I'm going to ride with him on. The only thing I remember about Maryland is I remember a game against Nebraska that they lost. And I mean, no offense, but Nebraska is not that good. And Maryland was very unimpressive in that game that I did see them play. So, yeah, Maryland doesn't seem like too great of a team here. Like I said, Nebraska. I mean, we're talking about Nebraska here, man. Wow. That's not good. I can tell you that.
I hear you.
Maybe if we're talking Nebraska football in like the 80s or whatever freaking generation they were relevant, but not now.
Yeah, probably back when it was the Big Eight.
Yeah, that's how far back you'd have to go for that.
San Diego State and Charleston. That Charleston pick's popular 12-5 pick, Mike. Are you on it or not?
I'm not touching that one. No. I think San Diego State should win. Again, have seen them play a couple of times. So maybe it's unfair not having watched Charleston a whole lot. None. Let me just say that point blank. None. So yeah, I mean, I think I think San Diego State probably wins that game, but not one that I'm not even betting it. So
Okay.
yeah, no thanks.
All right, I got Adam in here. Howdy, boys. Bruins -2 is +122 in Sports Interaction for those in Ontario that like the Bruins to smash. We know Tony does. West Virginia, Maryland sounds like an underplay to me. Very well. Could be, yeah. And we probably need to take some of these total angles here. Totals are a big thing, and a lot of totals are going to go under.
Well, how about Mississippi State and Pitt? I mean,
yeah,
I know Mississippi State's not. Watch them shoot the lights out tonight. I'm telling you, man. I've watched several. I have. I mean, I've watched a lot of, and not just because I'm a Missouri fan, but I have watched a lot of SEC ball. I just have not. I've never been sold on Mississippi State
right.
in any way. So
I got you. All right.
Yeah. But you know what else, Bob?
Yeah.
Did they not? Yeah, the first go around, Mississippi State gave. I think they put Missouri through the ringer, brother. That's not good, man. That was a game I was surprised. I mean, Missouri scored 52 points in that game. That's pathetic.
I know, and that's ridiculous because I don't know how many times they've gone over 80 this year.
Yeah.
Iowa Auburn, okay? The Iowa team that I thought was going to win the first round last year is playing Auburn. Are they going to win this year, Mike?
Who, Auburn?
No, Iowa. Is Iowa going to win this year?
I have no idea on this one either, man. Honestly, I've got nothing even relevant to say about this one. Nothing.
Adams 5 versus 12, always fun. Sounds like 3 out of the 4 games could be upsets. It could happen, Mike. I think people are underestimating a couple teams. And yeah, I do hope they do, shoot like
that. I would be crazy because I'm telling you, man, they're not. You look it up. They are not good at shooting the basketball. And they were terrible in the SEC this year, man. Except they did whip Missouri that one time, which that's why I said when you asked why I can't back Missouri, things like that. They beat Tennessee, but they get whipped by Mississippi State. It's like, man, too inconsistent for me. No thanks. No thanks on Missouri.
Okay. All right. Duke Oral Roberts, that is a 12-5 for Thursday. That is the one that I believe Randall is on out of all the 12-5s. That's the one that he's on. You know what? VCU and St. Mary's, but that is on Friday. I like the play with Oral Roberts in this situation. I think it's a good call. I think it's a good bet.
Yeah, I mean, Duke looks like the team everybody's wanting to ride all of a sudden, and that's usually not a good thing heading into these things. I mean, like I said, there's been times in the past, the Kemba Walker and UConn, they caught fire in the Big East tournament, and they rode that all the way. When they had Shabazz Napier and guys like that, but that's not Duke, so not seeing that out of this team. So yeah, I'm riding with him, I should say, on that one for sure.
Jay Billis in his Final Four, I saw it on Twitter,
has Duke. Of course he does.
Final Four.
Yeah, what a joke.
I know. It's ridiculous. I couldn't believe that I saw that. I mean, come on, Billis. Come on, bro. You can do better than that, can't you? Duke in the Final Four. As a matter of fact, I'm not. Oh yeah, he's got Arizona, Texas, UConn, and Duke. Not one number one seed making it to the Final Four. What was the stat that I just gave you? Since 1990, 23 number ones have won the championship. Why would he go against that?
Not a clue.
Well, there's Scotty, Mr. Minnesota himself. How you doing, brother? Good to see you tonight. Good to see you tonight. All right. Let's see. One other game that I did want to touch base on. Well, the Boise State Northwestern game and the Penn State Texas A&M game. Seems like these 7-10 games could be the most competitive out of all of them in the tournament, or at least in the first round.
Yeah, I think we'll see some good games. I do think Missouri and Utah State will be a pretty fun game to watch. Honestly, I'm hoping at least. But again, we've seen Missouri lay some eggs at times this year. So, but I do think they'll have a decent offensive game. That's one that I'm excited about, just because both of those teams do have really efficient offenses and get really quality looks fairly easily. So it's going to be pretty exciting. And then I liked the way Boise State played from what little I've watched of them. They're a pretty physical, strong team, Bob. And I usually like teams like that in the tournament, especially if it's – I know, they're going to call ticky-tack, but you just never know, man. They may all of a sudden decide to let them play a little bit, and Boise State's they're going to push you to the brink of it. They're going to bring – as much physicality as you'll allow them to bring, they will bring. So I definitely liked seeing that out of them. So I think that's a team I'm probably going to back. It's Boise State.
Okay. All right.
Kind of that eye test deal, you know. I mean, they I know they didn't beat Utah State in that game, but they played pretty well in that first half, and I've seen them play physical enough to warrant my attention.
All right, I'm going to share my screen real quick because I want to go through a few plays here that I've got from this morning and what have you. By the way, I am up 564.73 this month after a not so good start. We've been coming on 5 days in a row with profit, Mike. It's kind of scary. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Bo Horvat over 2.5 player shots on goal. The Kings on the money line. The Trailblazers -1.5 positive EV. Clayton Keller over 2.5 player shots on goal, positive EV. Nazem Kadri over 3.5 player shots on goal. The Coyotes +1.5. Over 1.5 first period total goals. Stars and Canucks. JT Miller over 2.5 player shots on goal. Mississippi State -2. Brady Tkachuk over 3.5 player shots on goal. Senators and Oilers over 7 total goals. Jake Wallman under 2.5 player shots on goal. The Red Wings and Predators over 5.5 total goals. David Perron over 2.5 player shots on goal. Kuznetsov under 2.5 player shots on goal. The Rangers on the money line. Braden Point over 2.5 player shots on goal. Kyle Connor under 3.5 player shots on goal. Marcia So under 2.5 player shots on goal. The Penguins on the puck line -1.5, and Texas A&M Corpus Christi -3. That is what you're getting out of me and everybody today. We've had a great day. Let's go home. How was that? Manchester City, yes, 7-0. Wow, and that hit also. We had over 3.5 total goals in that game today, and that one hit this morning. We've been on fire on morning coffee, Mike. Let's hit your parlay tonight. It would be good for me.
I hope so.